Hi and welcome to Push Reset, the channel all about starting again and trying new things.
Well, good morning. Third day of training. It's Sunday today. Today I've got a 20k easy ride. I said last time I was a bit of a fair weather rider, and you can see it's pretty damp today. Not really looking forward to that, especially as I know that part of my route can be quite muddy. So I do have a R-Saver mudguard installed. So we're going to put that to the test for sure, because there's definitely going to be some muddy puddles. And every time I go down here, the wind in my eyes makes my eyes water. So I need to take it easy. Get up to some quite high speeds down here. Well, there's a lot of debris on the road as well. Yeah, when it's slippery, I really don't want to have any issues coming down here. Yeah, I've got a little bar end mirror, which has been, it's pretty good. You can get it into the right position, but it's really small, so it has a very narrow field of view. And when you get it right, it's spot on. It's great, it's perfect. But it's so easy to get it slightly wrong. You can easily miss a giant lorry or bus or something behind you. So I find myself spending all too much time adjusting it. That seems alright. I'm not going to be doing the gravel route today, just too muddy. So I'm doing the same route as I've done before, so it's getting a bit repetitive, but because this is 20k and not 10, we're just going to be going a little bit further. There's a really nice chain of cycle paths and sort of green spaces down through South London here, so I'm really lucky. But as we go a bit further, we've got 3 more main roads to negotiate, and ending in South Norwood Country Park, which sounds amazing. I was really excited to go there the first time. I thought, wow, Country Park, let's off and have a picnic. But the reality is considerably less glamorous, as far as I can tell. It's just a green space the council didn't know what to do with, and they didn't want the cost of maintaining it, so they called it Country Park and just left it alone. Let's keep your mouth shut, Mark. I might not have had breakfast yet, but I'll wait and have porridge rather than have flies now. This bit's really bumpy, so excuse the footage if it's a bit seasick inducing. Certainly a good section to test out these tyres though. As I said last time, I put bigger tyres on this bike so I could run lower pressures. It'll be more comfortable, and yeah, sure enough, I mean, when I was riding that before I got the tyres, yeah, my eyeballs almost bounced out of my head. It's a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, it was bumpy. It's still bumpy, but it's a lot more manageable. It's lovely out here actually. Despite the awful weather, we're really lucky to have these kind of spaces in London. It's surprising how green it is. If you look on Google Maps, something like that, there's a whole load of really amazing green spaces, and that's wonderful. Not every city's like that. I hope we can keep it that way. But with the rate at which people are moving into London, on which they have to build new housing, I do wonder if this will stay. Okay, so this is normally where I stop and turn around for my 10k rides. Obviously doing 20k today, so I need to go quite a bit further. I've done it once before and it's not that bad, so I can't really complain too much. But, okay, where I brake in the traffic, that doesn't normally happen. Oh yeah, of course. Certainly have to keep your wits about you. No sleepy country lanes around here. It's got a nice glamorous section through an industrial estate here. Nothing beats the fresh air and stunning vistas of South London. Oh, wrong way. Just remembered, going a slightly different way today. I normally go through that park. But I need to go down the road beside the park today. Here we go. Back on the right route. So yeah, this is a really nice park actually here. Came here in February when we had that really, really warm spell. We just sat and had a drink and had something to eat. It was absolutely amazing. But we're not stopping here today. We need to carry on. South Norwood Country Park. Starting to get a bit hot now. It's really difficult to dress for this kind of thing because you go out, there's a fresh breeze in it, it feels pretty cool, and then you get moving, you really heat up. Now I'm sweltering. I don't really have many places to put any of my layers. So I've been thinking a lot about cycle clothing recently. I don't really like the sort of lycra clad look, especially at my age. It's not very flattering. But I'm starting to understand it. I think, you know, having lots of baggy material flapping around in the wind, I mean, let's face it, I need all the help I can get. So something a bit more streamlined wouldn't go amiss. The other part of it is, well, I don't want to look like some slightly overweight, middle-aged wannabe wearing that stuff. Then I better get in shape, and then at least when I'm wearing it I won't look quite so silly. So that seems to me quite a good incentive. Ooh. So anyway, I'm trying to find a cycling jersey that will But it will work for me. Not look too silly, not be too tight, not be too loose. And I get why the pockets are useful now. I kind of tried to avoid it. I put various bags on my bike. I've got a top tube bag and a saddle bag. And I thought that I'd probably be able to fit everything I needed into those. To be fair, I probably can get most stuff in. Certainly for any short ride, no problem at all, it's plenty. But going to Brighton, you might want to stuff a few extra energy bars in some back pockets. Sorry, just trying to get this mirror right again, it's not quite right. Oh, here we are. That was quick. Right, oh. Yeah. Alright, well, this wrong gear, Mark. Wrong gear. I'm using an app on my phone called Komoot. I think it's German, and yeah, it's really good actually. The maps themselves, they're not quite as slick as the Google Maps for sure, but I think the reason they've done that is because there's a feature that allows you to download the maps onto your phone, so that if you're out and about and you either don't want to use your data or you don't have any data coverage in that area, then you know, you can still get your navigation, and totally understand why they've done that. The really nice thing though, obviously, is that it's sort of dedicated cycling app, so it picks out common cycle routes for you to use, rather than just routing you along the fastest route, which might be a main road, which is great. And it also allows you to record your progress, much like something like Strava, and it also allows you to plan routes ahead of time, either on your computer or on your mobile, and it allows you to look at other people's routes as well and see what they recommended. So I've been quite impressed with it. There don't seem to be a lot of recommended routes in South London here though. Can't imagine why. So that's a bit of a shame. But overall, yeah, so far from what I've tried, and I've tried Google Maps, tried this, tried using the Strava stuff. I mean, Strava's, it's more about fitness, isn't it, and social side rather than actual navigation. So I think if you want something for navigation, you're not so bothered about showing off to your mates, and I think Komoot's the one. It's alright, no problem, thank you.
Yeah.
Morning. Gosh. This is about as gravel as I've got so far, which is pretty rubbish. But it's nice to know that I can do sections like that without too much bother. At least the bike can. I'm probably still going to whinge about it. My hands again. I'm seriously thinking about investing in a suspension stem. Now, they seem to be a thing back in the 80s or 90s, I'm not really sure. I wasn't really aware of them at that time. But they got a reputation of being pretty rubbish. But there's a new one by a company called Redshift Sports. They launched something on Kickstarter some time ago. It completely passed me by. Normally look at Kickstarter, but not normally for bike stuff, so I missed that one. Anyway, it's just a replacement stem. and it's got some sort of squishy, rubbery things inside it that provide the suspension components. So there's no springs or anything like that. It's just these squishy rubber bits, and you get a selection of them so that you can tune it to your requirements, to the length of the stem, to the type of riding, to the weight of the rider, that kind of stuff. And looks really good. Really tempting, but it's like 150 quid, which is mad. In all honesty, I mean, even riding fairly smooth roads, I seem to have this problem with my hands going numb. So quite likely it's not going to fix it, but when you see something new and shiny, and yeah, it's tempting. Now I might be tempting fate by saying this, but one thing I haven't had so far is a puncture. I've got tyres with tubes or clinchers, just because they're cheaper, to be honest, and also it seems to me that it'd be a lot easier just to swap out an inner tube than to faff around trying to fix something else. So maybe that's the way to go. The tyres that I've got aren't specifically, don't specifically say that they can be set up tubeless, and I checked the website for the wheels that I've got, and those don't say they can be done tubeless either. But I've seen quite a few YouTube videos of people setting up non-tubeless ready tyres to be tubeless with varying degrees of success, should we say. Now, honestly, I'd really like to try tubeless. I mean, these kind of tyres on this kind of bike, that really suits it, and run even lower pressures than they run now, which should provide even more comfort over all this stuff, which would be great. But it looks like a right hassle. The kits are sort of 40 or 50 pounds to get a tubeless conversion kit, and if I buy that, I pull rim tape off my wheels, fit new rim tape, new valves, fill up my tyres with sealant, and it doesn't work. I've just got a £50 mess, and nobody wants a £50 mess. So kind of holding off on that at the moment. I think this is kind of as extreme as it gets, really, for me. I'm really not doing much more than sort of a few light gravelly paths like this, and if I don't have a problem on this, then I don't really think I need to do anything else. I think it's probably just a cool factor that makes it appealing. I put my lights on this morning. I've not really had a chance to test them out since I got them, and I just thought, looks a bit gloomy. I'm going to be doing a few more road sections. Lights, can't really go wrong. I mean, cars have got daytime running lights now. Why shouldn't bicycles? And it does seem to be becoming more popular. So I've actually got a review of the lights up on my channel. They're made by a company called Beryl, and they're called the Pixel. And they're really fantastic. I mean, if you want some lights just to make you more visible, not ones that are going to illuminate the way, but just to make you more visible, towns and cities, that kind of stuff, Here's a tiny little LED USB rechargeable lights that can flick between white and red depending on where you want to put them on the bike, or you can attach them to your helmet or to a bag or pretty much anywhere. So I've got one on my bars, my front light, and then I've got a rear light attached to my saddlebag. So yeah, it is easy 20k today. I guess it's next week. I don't know, maybe next week still some easy rides, and then maybe the week after some more moderate stuff. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do for the moderate stuff. I don't know whether I'm going to go try and pick a different route that's more difficult, it's got more hills, or whether I'm just going to stick to that route because it is quite a good one, but just push myself a bit harder. Maybe a bit of both. I haven't really tried many other routes yet. I like this one because it's mostly cycle path and it's quiet. I mean, if I want to go for a ride, you know, I don't want to be dicing with death. I'm going to have to do a bit of gravel biking here. Yeah, I mean, the roads are so busy in London. I guess if I did it really early on a Sunday morning, it'd be a lot quieter, and I could test out some other routes, see what works, what's interesting. Yeah, I'll give it a try and switch it up a bit. There's quite a few really nice places to cycle to in London, to be honest. It's just, what do we get on the way there? Mostly just busy, unpleasant and slightly dangerous roads. So yeah, near me I could go to Elton Palace, which is amazing. I could go to Greenwich, which is lovely, but maybe a bit too close. Thames Barrier is one I'm thinking about doing. I think that would make an interesting route. So yeah, maybe try and make these a bit more interesting. You could do a bit of sightseeing at the same time. Doing another pre-breakfast drive in an attempt to try and burn some more calories, lose a little bit of weight. But yeah, I did bring some food with me. I've been making my own energy bars, those ones that you can get in the shops. They're like £2 or something, £1.50, £2, maybe even more, just for like one energy bar. And you have a look to see what's in them, and well, figured, yeah, I can make that myself. So that's what I've done. I'm supposed to be taking it easy along here. Remember, I've got the dreaded hill that doesn't look like a hill coming up. It's been fine so far. I guess I've been taking it easy, chatting a lot. But yeah, feel fine. Training's definitely starting to work, so just keep going. I think that's my advice. You just gotta, don't be put off by the first few, you know, when you feel completely dead and you struggle and you can't do it. Don't give up there. Keep going, because I'm guessing the gains will taper off later on, but for the moment, at the beginning, you know, very noticeable differences, very noticeable gains, and that's just what you need. That's encouraging. That's the fun part. You feel like it's working. Wow. I mean, I'm out of breath, but what a difference. Got queue of traffic behind me. Yeah. Not really a problem. That training really works. Alright, sorry about that little detour. Got distracted and managed to go the wrong way. Yeah, that's it for today. What have we got? Oh, it doesn't actually tell me how far I've gone. It just says what my current speed is. No, here we go. 20.2 kilometers, 137 meters elevation. Yeah, that was alright, that felt fine. The training is definitely working, but I was hardly pushing it. I mean, it was a pretty leisurely ride. Yeah, 20k, straightforward, no problems at all. I think next week we've got some 10s, maybe some 15k rides during the week, and then end of the week it's either another 20 or 25 or 30, something like that. So yeah, in a nutshell, it's really training, you know, really paying off all this training. I am doing a bit of swimming actually as well. I just swim once a week, and that's certainly helping for general fitness. But on the whole, I am noticing some really noticeable gains and improvements just even in the first few weeks. So if you're thinking about doing it, as I said, don't be put off. Keep going, keep doing it, because you will notice the difference quite quickly, and hopefully that'll give you the encouragement to go through with it and you know, manage to do the whole 86k when you're ready. So thanks a lot for coming today, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again next week. Bye.